Alright. Chart analysis. Chart analysis. Um, okay. Of course, we'll be talking about support and resistance, trends, you know, price movements, how to identify fake fake outs or fake breaks. Of course, price trap and the likes, right? So now, what causes price to move? Generally, liquidities, right? Liquidities. So it came into the zone, took it out. Now, then it didn't tap. So yesterday he sold. It didn't tap into this area. It swept liquidity below this double. When I say double bottom, it cleared liquidity, then boom, disappeared. Markets, what moves the market majorly are liquidity grabs, right? Liquidity grabs, liquidity grabs, right? So now what we want to understand on this session is chart analysis, what drives the market, how to get good entries, right? And if we can identify what drives the market or what makes the market move, then we can know we are just like I think a concept I used one time, you know where you're going to, but how will you get to where you're going to? Yeah, that's what this is all about, basically. You know the market is gonna buy, but where are you gonna jump on the market? Want to be part of that buy train. You know the market is gonna sell. When are you gonna jump on it for that sale to happen? Right. So, and the fuel of the market are these liquidity grabs. Yeah. Now, if you see an area, trying to see, trying to, okay, I've used this one, for instance, right? See an area like this that has, yep, not just this, there are other ones that are like multiple resistance or support zones. The market always want to, should like to, always want to take out those lows, right? And if you observe, once any low is taken out, it drives even higher than the last high. Now, here's a pattern, right? See something like this. This is like an area of, this is a high, this is a low. Or rather, this is a support zone, this is a resistance zone. Market will first, and mind you, any area that is taken out first, if this is done, nice, then the market goes ahead to do something like this. All you're waiting for is a pullback for a sell to now happen, right? But if it's a reverse, if the low is taken out first, and um, I'm trying to, if the low is taken out first, then this, if the low is taken out first, I expect something this way. I get this. Okay, yeah. So something like this, yeah. If the low is taken out first, boom, the market takes out the high, comes back. You can go through so many charts like this, right? So let's check for instance. This is a low here. You can extend the line further down. This is a high, more like a zone. Okay, can call this a resistance zone. What happens? Now, if you're looking at the chart, you can say, oh yeah, a new low has been created. That means the market is supposed to sell. But now, what just happened is a liquidity grab off a support zone, right? This is a resistance. The market has been respecting this area for like the longest time, right? And this. Now this happens. What the market do? It goes ahead to clear even this high, right? Now you're looking at the market and like, is the market confused? As it has given a new low, it should keep selling, right? Why would it give a new low and give a new high all at the same time? Right. So it does this, clears, then of course does this pullback, pulls back into an area of interest, of course, an imbalance, then boom, right? So if you can understand this, then you know how to navigate the market, right? So now the market is driven by, we've talked about liquidity. That's one. Number two is fear. Number two is fear. Sometimes we can know the fear index, the fear greed index of the market to know if they're fearful, they're greedy. The market sells a little bit, right? Like you can see a potential for like the longest time in the crypto market, it was stuck between extreme fear because crypto market was tanking crazily, right? But now if there is greed, you can expect some bullish moves, right? FS books, right? Let me check a particular, right? FS, let me see if I can get it. FS books, my FS book here. Let me just show us something. Okay, sentiments, huh? This is how I want to go to. Market sentiment, right? You want to see the general sentiment of the market. All right. So you can see Euro USD. Yeah. The sentiment is that okay, this pair is like bearish, most now currently, yeah. Currently, why? Currently there are um an average of 245 pips, yeah, taking shots right now. I don't know what am I saying. Okay, no, let's dive in. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the details here, right? There's an average of I want to remove this mouse, but I cannot. You can see you have 80% of active traders right now on Euro USD are selling and 20% are buying, right? So now you can tell that with the sentiment here, it's a bearish sentiment for Euro USD. We have volume of how many? 15,000 lots active on the trade right now for Euro USD right now, 15,000 lots. So assuming is um one lot per person. So this is like 15,000 persons having one lot. In fact, it gives you the positions here. We have like currently 2,000 positions for sell on Euro USD. Now, somehow, sentiments tend to move the market too, right? And to also shock you, just 36% of traders are currently trading Euro USD right now. Right? Just 36%. Now imagine when the rest comes on board, right? So this is another way to gauge the sentiment of the market. GBP USD, you can see the details here as well. You can go down to any pair basically. Let me see if I can see good. This is good. All right. Good. Most guys are buying. That's why it seems as though I was personally looking out for a sell move on gold, but you can see we have actually just 70% of traders are currently on gold now. We have 1,000 lots buying and 800 and something selling with 9,700 positions. Right. So these are like the sentiments. If you decide to now go deep to understand that at a point where you can actually go to understand more of this. Um, Let me see if it's going to give me more details on it. Okay, this is where you get to see like in-depth details on why is it just showing me this? Okay, it's loading, right? So this is sentiment. These are what drives the market, right? These are what drives the market. I don't know signing yet, just wait. These are what these are what drives the market, right? If you get to understand all of this, these are like the movements, uh, in-depth details basically of what we just talked about, right? It's crazy, right? By country, you can even, all right, and you can see the market is like trending up actually, right? Looking at it, it's like moving up, going in with um the number of, all right, at this point we still have 1,000. The number of those entering for buys started actually increasing from yesterday. You can see market kept on pumping, pumping, pumping. These are like
Mm,
active buyers in the market, all right?
okay.
So these things they actually give you an idea, right? Aside from your technical analysis, these are what moves the market. And aside from liquidity, institutional positions, you know, the involvement of traders in the market actually move the market, right? So I just need to show us this back to what we are talking about. Uh-huh. Right? So that is it, right? Me, I'm still low-key bearish in the market. Sometimes you can be
Yeah.
surprised, what's it called? There will be a particular sentiment, right? In fact, sometimes before now, I do use the sentiment as a driver for news effects, right? So okay, if there are much sellers in the market, yeah, okay, that means before the news comes, there will be so many positions in that way. But institutions
Mm,
as institutions, yeah, it must not always go. That's why anyhow it is. Still hold on to your analysis, regardless. You know, if the market is giving you a clear momentum, buy. If it's giving you a clear sell. Sometimes
mm,
the market sell regardless of having much more buy momentum. Just one position from one institution can just change the course of the game, right? From all those retail traders involved in the market, right? So
okay.
now we've gotten how the market moves, right? Now,
Mm,
talking about core market behaviors, right? Core market behaviors. Let's say expansion, impulsive moves. Impulsive moves come from like to actually spot, of course, as the name is, a strong candle, right? A strong candle. Um, this is a very strong buy candle, right? This is on 1 hour time frame. It's a very strong buy candle. And when you see a candle this strong, you cannot start expecting the market to start reversing immediately, right? It's a strong buy candle with very tiny wicks here. These tiny wicks are low replacements, very tiny wicks. You can see the next candle just tap into a an imbalance, then of course kept pushing forward. Now we see a candle forming here, right? Another strong impulsive candle, but it's left for this candle to finish strong. This is just 6:19 a.m., right? So by 7,
Mm.
if this candle closes strong and is a what's it called? A bearish engulfing candle, we might perhaps expect movements downwards. Yeah, you can expect this is now we've moved from what's it called? Now we have moved into understanding candle patterns or candles themselves to guide our decisions, right? Then structures. Now, personally, yeah, while looking at this chart, I was seeing good points. If I go down to like 15 minutes time frame, right? I was seeing a clear reversal pattern happening. Um, yeah, I was there when I got to this point. I didn't close though. It's crazy. I got taken out at, a healthy break even. A healthy break even. Right. So that all those kind of break evens I have a little bit of profit attached to it. Right. I could see this, right? I saw this pattern happening. I saw this low taken out. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a very strong support. Right. It gets taken out. Then I see this happening, a new high being created. I'm like, this is flipping on me. Like this is a clear bullish move, right? It's so clear. But that's why sometimes you need to discard an idea you have about the market. Yeah. Let's say an idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your bias, basically. Sometimes your bias can keep you from seeing what you want to see. Like, yeah,
So you have to keep an open mind.
exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And I think that thing has happened to me several times, losing from the market. Because I kept to that same bias, like, no, I think it's gonna come back, it's gonna come and I end up losing. So
You
I've had
see,
that mistake.
you see, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is so clear. If I was open, right, I would have reading this market to um okay, it was already late. First of all, I was trading off my trading time. You understand? I took a sell when it got to what's that entry again? Say 4, 5, right? Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. Right here. I was like, oh, this is a good point to enter again. Yeah, exactly. 4745. 4745. When I would have actually taken a chill pill, see that this is a new high, right? Wait for a good, yeah, like this, is- this would have been a good setup. If I've chill, taking my buy around here, just allow the market to run and I close this morning. It's a good move, basically. All right. This is like 50 points. It's 50 points or 40. Actually, a good move. All right. So I'm telling us while talking to myself as well. Right. So if you see um structures broken, right? This is a high, a new high was created, the low wasn't taken out. Right? That's a clear confirmation that okay, I think the buyers have stepped into the market. You start looking out for buy positions and close them on your sell position, right? Now I'm seeing something similar right here. The market has been trending upwards. Now on the 15 minutes time frame, I can see I can see this. Now, this is an area of this you can see equal highs, nice resistance, right? So if this turns out to be a bearish market, right? I should expect this high taking out, then it keeps selling, right? Though I'm already seeing a new low, right? It's like a low. If I try to draw more like a trend line, tracking the lows, right? The low has been broken. So this is short I'm saying. I'm already seeing bearish move right now on the 15 minutes time frame, but there's no rush, right? There's no rush. Yeah, there's no rush, by the way. It might not really, this doesn't always happen, right? But an area like this, unless I go to a lower time frame to um, see me being taken out. However, it is, oh wait, it's already giving me a bearish move. And on the 1 hour time frame, the bullish engulfing is set already. Right? It has fully engulfed the candle and is going down, right? So that's just it about it. Then on on the 5 minutes time frame, we are just breaking down the market. Yeah? We have a high, we have a low, we have it's just I can be confusing sometimes. High, low, this is a high, right? Now I can even say that the sweep I'm looking for here has actually taken place. This is the last one. Then this one took it out, then came down. No, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. Basically,
It
it's
looked
still,
like equal.
yeah.
Mm.
So there's still areas for this market to come into before pushing downwards, basically, because it needs to grab something before selling. That's just the only thing. It needs to grab something. If not this FVG, it will be this other block around here. But however it is, it needs to grab something before selling. Well, by 6:30, I'll know what to do. Right. So,
There's still is there still one there's still one more resistance up there. Remember the 4800 zone or something like that. The psychological. I don't
level,
know.
right?
Do you think it's gonna directly go there?
To 48. I
Yeah.
I doubt 48, like way above you. No, 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 no. It's already a lost cause. Right. 48 was where it hit last week Thursday. Now it's a lost
Yeah.
cause. The
Yeah.
next was a kiss, just kiss close to the zone and rejected aggressively. The next time is coming
Mm-hmm.
back to the area where the candle closed on Friday and is tanking aggressively now. So 4-8 is a lost cause, basically. So if
Okay.
everything go well, we are just we might see the market sweeping below 4-7. All right, now it's stuck between within the 4-7 range, yeah. So it might tap into if it you can see it just touched 4-7 yesterday. So if it breaks into this FVG right here, just know that 5K for now. The market getting to 5K is gonna take a while though. So that's just that's just it. Then of course we've talked about retracement, pullbacks, right? Now, on some higher time frames, you can see one can say one can say this is a high, a low, right? It's, we can call this a pullback, right? Because a pullback, it didn't take out the last high. So making it still a valid downward trend, right? Now, sometimes pullbacks on the higher time frame can be a clear different trend on the lower time frame. This is a pullback on the higher time frame, but if you go down to 5 minutes time frame, from this point it's like a very clear uptrend. So understanding this also help you on some trades you take. Counter trend trades is basically trading the pullback on the lower time frame. Understand? It's really basically trading the pullback on the lower time frame. We have consolidations where the market is a bit indecisive. Just like which day was that? I think that should be around here. Yeah, market was quite indecisive here for a very long time. It kept ranging within this zone until it broke out. Now it will make more sense on like a 5 minutes time frame. You're gonna see how So understanding these zones will help you in your decision making, right? So if you see a range market like this, all you need is to sell above, buy the low, sell the high, buy the low. Your target should be midpoint. If you buy here, your TV should be at the midpoint of the range. If you're selling, your TV should be at the midpoint of the range. If you're buying, midpoint, selling. With this, you can see you can actually make good money before um what's it called? The price breaks the trap. It's a cash trap or a price trap, right? So that's another way to understand all of this. Imagine looking for a trendy market or taking a trend, yeah, how am I going to call it? You're seeing an entry, you're taking it as, oh, this is a trend, market is going to keep trading downwards. And it takes you out and let us start selling. You're like, what kind of, what did I get myself into? So understanding the market conditions actually helps, right? Understanding market conditions actually helps. Okay. So, all right, this is 6:30. Okay. I think I would decide to entertain a sell right here. If it taps into this area, I'll risk it as low as possible. Just 5 pips for how many? 5 for 14. Or 5 points for 14. Okay. Let's see how it goes. 5 points, I think. Better I'll just keep it at this high. And target 20. That's okay. So 20 again. Alright. Am I aiming too hard? Hey, this guy interesting. Well, there's no rush in the market regardless. Oh, 768. 769. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at. So if it gives me that, good. If it doesn't, it is what it is. So um Princess, hope let's not just be I'm discussing with Fortune. Hope you're flowing, right? I know I've seen you on the session like a
Yeah,
few times.
I'm trying. Oh,
You're
things are not
trying.
good. Mm,
Okay, so let me get it. You're like new, right?
yes.
Oh man. Just you know what? Make sure to join tomorrow's session, yeah? Let me break it
All
down.
right.
Fortune is one advanced trader like that. So let us just not be saying
Okay.
our thing and we have Princess just there looking at us. What are these guys talking about? Right. So,
All
yeah,
right. I'll join tomorrow
yeah.
early.
So we'll break everything down, you know. So we ask them, what is they are saying liquidity sweep. What is that one? What is this one? What is
I
it?
swear.
Yeah,
I,
welcome, princess.
Thank you, Fortune.
tomorrow, well, this is an intermediate class basically. That's why I don't
Oh,
saying everything I'm saying. So tomorrow for beginners call is for you dedicated just for Princess Diane. You know your name self, Diane himself. Uh, so so
all right.
so anyways, the session will come to an end very soon. So this is what I'm looking at. Yeah, for the market to get back into this zone for just a 20 points move or a 200 pips move, right?
Mm-hmm.
4748. So you can see at the end of the
So,
day, right? This is um cannot 1 hour time frame, basically. Right. So this is halfway the hour, halfway the 1 hour candle. This is 6:30. So we have like extra less than 30 minutes left. You can see the strong, we talked about strong candles here, making a statement. This is like a very strong candle, very less wick, a very tiny wick above, and of course it's still pushing downwards. So this could be the candle that might give us that sell move we are looking at, right? Now, since we've had a former high, right? We might be expecting the market to, of course, market dynamics respects a former high, right? So pull back to this zone, right? Before there will be a little tug of war right here in this zone before it breaks below is expected. I'm not just expecting the market to just break here like nothing happened here. There was a tug of war here. The market ranged within this zone for quite a while before breaking. So I just my observation for today. So let's chill and this guy is trending like a video. Okay. If it comes in fine, if it doesn't, fine, right? There's no rush unless it's pumping like aggressively downwards. Really downwards. So you can see, well, tomorrow we'll talk about uh, every other thing. But one thing is understanding your charts also tells a lot, right? You can see when I drew this, I saw, first of all, this is an equal high, then a trend has been giving upward movement got broken, right? Trends are sometimes trends are retested. Sometimes, not all the time though, but sometimes trends are retested, right? So let's see if this one's gonna be retested. Let's see. Sometimes trends are retested, no matter how far they go, they're retested, no matter how far they go. So
So if it breaks that, if it breaks those equal highs, expect that it's going to like push up further, right?
you mean if he breaks this high here, right?
Those highs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly. If he breaks it, just know that we're expecting a bullish move.
Little pull.
Or the market
Yeah.
can still decide to just do what it does
Go back a
best.
little bit.
And it's good, of course, now. I just decide
Yeah.
to break it and start smacking downwards.
That's going.
What can you do? You can simply shoot what you see and have your stop loss where
Mm-hmm.
if the market hits there, it just invalidates your trade. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it about it. Right. That's it about it.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So all the best, family, and have the
Thanks,
best
man.
money. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.